a look. That was an important meet for, an important bout for Princeton as well. He did everything in his power to prevent anything major from happening or allowing Sotelo to turn his back while on the mat for the pin.
So at 1:33 now, it is Coleman Nogle, a first year from Laurel, Maryland for Harvard out of Mount St. Joseph High School, and Sean Pierson, a senior from Nazareth, PA for Princeton. Two unranked wrestlers here. And a big bout and a quick takedown for Sean Pierson. Good start to the day.
Exactly what you wanted to do. If you're the Tigers, you dominate the last 3 bouts before intermission, and then a fantastic bout at 25 where you come away on the downside. What you want to do is establish yourself early in the following bout, and you're up 3-1 after that escape.
Pierson 3-3 in duels this year. He's won 3 in a row after losing 3 in a row to start. And another takedown for the Princeton senior. So 6-1, 1 minute into the first period. Pierson with a 12-8 win against Columbia last week, won via tech fall against Drexel and Morgan State. Nogle has a 1-5 record in duels this year, 11-12 overall. His one win was in Harvard's first duel of the season against Davidson.
If you're Nogle now, there's plenty of time left. Although Pierson's riding time certainly accumulating here, trying to get as much time in position, in advantage on the mat and standing tall. It's effectively 7-1 right now with that riding time.
Back to his feet is Nogle. That makes it 6-2. Riding time barely up over a minute for Pierson, but it is in the area for the extra point. 14-10, the Princeton overall lead. Last year, Harvard a 2018 win in the duel against the Tigers. First win in 10 years against Princeton. And another good one today. Stall warning here. Believe the point was at Pierson. So a stall warning against the Princeton senior. Experience comes into play so much here, right? You have a senior against a first year. And it's not just a senior. Pierson's been at Princeton wrestling since 2019, whereas Nogle is a true first year. So a lot of years in between these two.
You get the idea that if you're Nogle, you're trailing 6-2 here in the first period. I don't think this young man is really fazed by that right now. He's got plenty of time left here in this bout.
Had to wrestle against the number 2 wrestler in the country at 33 from Cornell last week and lost by major decision, but Jay Weiss felt like that would be good experience for him, kind of to know firsthand what that level is like. As he said, Nogle is somebody who's a student of the sport and really wants to get to that level. A 6-2 lead for Pierson, though, after the first period. 1 minute and 3 seconds of riding time built up. And Nogle will start on bottom here in the second.
See how quickly Nogle's able to get up and get that escape point. As Pierson gets another talking to from the official. When you're a senior and you've been wrestling for as long as Pierson has at the collegiate ranks, you try to take advantage of every minuscule opportunity you can, and there's an escape point.
That's a big one for Nogle, not only to get it back to 6-3 quickly, but only let the riding time get to 1 minute and 11 seconds. And as you peek ahead to the final 3 weight classes of the day after this one, Princeton has the only ranked wrestler left. That's going to come at 49. So we expect some close ones over the last 3 weight classes as we finish out this duel this afternoon. There's the big takedown. Excellent work from Pierson. It's 9-3, and he starts accumulating more riding time.
Had the positioning with his right leg on the lower half and then swung his arms to send Nogle down to the mat with his upper body. Led to that big three-point takedown.
9-4 after Nogle escapes. A minute to go in the second.
Maybe a showing of how young Nogle is in regards to collegiate wrestling. You'd want to see maybe a little more aggressive here as we are under a minute in the second period. And there he tries a takedown, but Pierson with a great counter to stay up.
Nogle with wins this year, not only against Davidson in the duel, but had a bunch of them at the Keystone Classic, where he placed 5th at this 133-pound weight class. Jay Weiss encouraging his first year on. 10 seconds to go in the second. And it looks like they'll just kind of look at each other and head to period number 3 here at 133. 9-4. Sean Pierson ahead for Princeton.
He'll start on bottom here in this third period. Chance for Nogle to cut into that ride time.
Nogle trying to get him back down to the mat. And there is the escape point for Pierson. A 10-4 lead. Riding time at 1:14, so that would be an extra point for Pierson. And you're in that kind of gray area here where Princeton and Pierson can start thinking about maybe a major decision, with it effectively being 11-4 right now. You just need one more point for the MD. 1:20 to go, so if you're Nogle, right, you want to be aggressive in a way to get back into it, but you don't want to be too aggressive and cost your team bonus points.
Smart play there by Nogle. To that point, Justin, he kind of backed away from that grapple as opposed to trying to come in tight and wrap around Pierson and try to swing him the other way, knowing that, you know, Pierson has exhibited great upper body strength so far in this bout, including a breaking of a good hold by Nogle in an attempted takedown.
45 seconds to go. Pierson trying to build on this lead today for the Tigers. Nogle still being aggressive, and he gets a takedown. So 10-7 at riding time. He's got to hold him for 8 more seconds, let him go, and then try and take him down again. That wouldn't even do it because the escape point. So maybe he's trying to flip him here. Riding time's under a minute, so that won't be a factor anymore. It is 10-7. Nogle's got to get Pierson on his back and try and pin him in the last couple seconds, get some back points, but it doesn't look like it'll happen. And Pierson will win by decision, 10-7 at 133. And Princeton goes ahead 17-10 with 3 weight classes left. That was a good one, though, George, at 33. Pierson gets the win. Good fight for the first-year Nogle on the other side.
Nogle had it in him the whole bout. Pierson, it seemed like he was running out of gas toward the end of the bout, and Nogle taking advantage of that, finally was able to convert on a